Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year, hope you had a good one. This is going to be my first makeup video of the year. So, look like crap. I have quite a few palettes that are new to me, not necessarily new out on the makeup market, because who can keep up with that? And I've got some from my birthday, because my birthday was in December, and some from my Christmas. So the one that I'm going to use today is this little Colourpop one, which is the High Society one, which I got for my birthday. And of course, it is greens. So this is what it looks like. And we're going to do something with that today. I'm also going to be playing with my new Morphe face palette. This is something that I really wanted, and I got it for my Christmas, and I haven't touched it yet, haven't swatched it, so we're going to play about with that also. It's got a little sheet here that has the names on them, but it's only like on one side. So I think we will start with our eyes, because I don't know if there's going to be fall down, but let me just put some primer on. I have a bag of stuff here. I was going to do a kind of shop my stash situation, but I don't really know how it's going to work out, so I've just left these bits in here to sort of use. So this is no doubt going to be a long video, so you might want to grab a drink or a snack, sit in, get comfy, relax, take the weight off. So this is the Wonder Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. Excuse me. Touch wood, the hernia has settled down, but I have just eaten, so let's see how we get on. Yeah, there's some products this year that I really want to try and get through, like, come on, this being one of them, because I've had it for the longest time. It's still fine, but I've even got a new one of it that I was kindly sent by the lovely Kate when she did a clear out of her stuff, and she sent me some lovely bits, so that was very kind of her. So we can let that primer just settle in while we do our eyes. Now I have extremely dry eyelids. I'm going to also pop on some of this Pixie Collagen Eye Serum, just a little bit under the eyes. Oh, I went and tweaked my back yesterday, and you can still kind of feel it a wee bit. A walking disaster, really. I think I have been since birth. My mum used to always say that when I was little, any school holidays or weekends, if Julie could get ill, she got ill. Off of it, just well, we're sitting about. Right, I think I'm going to take some tape today. I haven't worn makeup since New Year's Eve. I put a little bit on, even though I ended up taking off quite swiftly because I ended up in my bed in agony with the hernia and just cried the whole of New Year's Eve. But I haven't been in the mood or seen any point in putting anything on. Not that I go anywhere anyway, but okay, so in here we only have 2 mattes. The other 3 are shimmers, but this shade here, I would say you're not really going to see the shimmer. So we'll just play about with these and add them onto our eyeballs. It's quite bright a day out. I had to shut the curtain over a bit, so I don't know how the focus is going to go with this, but anyway, let's get cracking, shall we? So I'm going to take this. This is a Spectrum A12 brush, and I'm going to go into, the shade is called, I can't even read it, Don't Care. And we are going to start with that one first. And I'm just going to place it here. So I've made no resolutions because I never stick to them, and then I think you end up beating yourself up about it when you don't. I am very much a take each day as it comes because I don't know how I'm going to feel or be on those days regarding my anxiety disorder and such things. Like some days I get up and I literally am buzzing to go, and other days I'm just like I really had to talk myself into doing this because I really wasn't in the mood. But we'll get there. Seems to be going on okay, this colour. No patchiness of any sort. I really have to go to someone at some point if I get any money this year and get them to do my eyebrows because they are an absolute riot. I swear my eyes droop, look, because this one is going up here and this one is just, it isn't loving me. Right, just move that tape a wee bit. So my plan really with YouTube, I suppose, is just to, I can't really do new content as such, as in I was going to possibly have a subscription to open, but I don't think that I'll be able to do that. I might be able to get the odd Feel Unique beauty box, you know, that costs like £13 now and again, maybe. As for hauls as well, I don't know, like I might be able to show you the odd few bits that we pick up from Home Bargains if we're doing like a food shop or something like that. So it's going to be mostly the new makeup that I have received over birthday and Christmas, empties, it's just going to have to be a mix of the general ones because money is probably going to be even worse this year than it was last year. Right, I'm now going to go into the dark one, which is called Scene. And I'll get a smaller brush. This is a Peaches and Cream PC07 brush. Whoa, look at the pigment on that. And we're just going to, oh my goodness, that is pigmented, right, you know. Take that into the, underneath the crease of my eye. But yeah, I might be, but I've still got stuff on my Depop and no one has purchased any of that. So if I get some stuff sold, then, you know, I can make way maybe for purchasing some other stuff, which was the only way I could do it last year as well, was to sell some stuff on Depop and on eBay. Excuse me. This is quite a pigmented colour. It's a hit or miss with Colourpop, honestly. Sometimes their quality is really good and sometimes they're not. Like I was going to get, when I sold some stuff last year, I was going to get the Tinkerbell palette, and then I did get the Lush Life one, and I used it like once and swatched it and then immediately sold it because it was just rubbish. The pigment was horrendous, and I thought, nah. I just got sucked in by the fact that it was lovely green colours, because you know how I love my greens. But nah. And see, this is a wee bit patchy. I have to say, it is not, let me get another brush here. There's not really a blending shade either, so do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some of my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder and just take this little brush here. And I'm just going to run some of that here. I don't want to get the green. I'm just going to diffuse it a bit. Right, I'm going to move these tapes just in a bit. I have to say though, there's not like a shit ton of fall down, so it's definitely done fine with that. Okay, and then I think I'll go in with this shimmer. It is called, oh my god, Promise. Let me just swatch them. So these are the 3 shimmers. And I mean, even though my ring light's not the best, you can see what I mean. They're not great quality. They're really not. This is what I mean with Colourpop. They're hit or miss. So I'm going to start with my finger, actually, just to see how it picks up. And then if we need to wet a brush or such, we can do that. I definitely need to get some better lighting. Just so bloody expensive. I mean, I'm not hating it, but I would definitely say with all the other greens that I own, this is not the best. Things in sliced bread, but, and I'm not sure how much I would reach for this. Whoa. Now, let me just, I'll use this same one that I used and we'll blend that in a bit. You can also see a bit of texture there because obviously I've got really dry eyes. Now let's take this tape off. It's giving me like a bloody facelift. I'm going to look so glamorous to just be sitting on my sofa. Again, see, look, goes like that there and it's a wee up there. I don't understand how I'm supposed to. I'm just going to take this little small brush and I'm just going to, I'm not adding any more colour on. I'm just going to run it just there. Or throw away. Under my eyes. Goodness. At least I've not done my base yet, so. Okay, and then I'm going to take, where's the other small brush? This sort of pencilish brush and go into the other matte green. Like just super powdery. Just add that in there. Right, now I feel like the colour from that green shimmer has just completely dissolved. So I'm going to take this, it's a little MAC brush. It's stained, but it's clean. And I'm going to give it a little spritz. Like, missed the whole entire brush. And then I'm going to go into that. It's not even picking it up on the brush. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This is not worth your money. Do not buy this palette. It is pretty, but the pigment is not there. And for me, I am not really bothered about matte shadows. I'm all about the shimmers. I'm the opposite to probably most people when it comes to that. But I mean, it still looks nice, but and I prefer the shape of this eye. Yeah, it's just it's not floating my boat, to be honest. So let's just put you over there and let's start on the base. So I'm going to first of all use my Charlotte Tilbury Colour Corrector in medium number 2. I want to get this one used up and done because I'm not that keen on it, to be honest. I prefer my Bobbi Brown one. So before we add on any sort of, sorry, I'm just adding a touch of this before we put any foundation on. Okay, dokes. And then I am going to start with my foundation, and the foundation that I'm going to use is my Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow SPF 25 in the shade number 20, because this is like the foundation I've had the longest in my collection, and it still performs well and it still smells fine, but I want to just get it done. And I got this funky brush for my Christmas. It's a Sephora brush, and it's the Press Full Coverage Complexion Brush. And the person that got me it got it brand new off of eBay, but it's like proper sturdy. It's like the most dense brush that I own, so I'm going to use that to pop on my foundation. Like, it's proper dense. This foundation reminds me of my dad. I know that sounds weird to say, but the reason I say that is because the first time I ever got this, not this one, but my first ever bottle of this foundation is when I was going, I had to stay like overnight in like this place called Kyle Court in Inverness, which is like it's beside the hospital, so if you have a procedure, you know, you can stay there. And I was having my lumbar puncture, so obviously we had to stay in there, but we went round the shops and stuff. And at the time when I was working that, I had store cards, which are so dangerous and are where the majority of my more expensive makeup in my collection has come from. And I ended up buying this foundation, and it just always reminds me of that day that we were there. And yes, Chanel is expensive and all the rest of it, and there's other foundations that perform just as well, but I honestly really do love this foundation, and I highly recommend it if you want to treat yourself or you can afford to get it. Or like I do a lot of the times, go on Depop or eBay and get your makeup. Just make sure that, especially on eBay, that it's not, you know, a fake one or that. But I just love it. It's not full coverage, so if that is what you're into, then it isn't going to be for you. You can still see your makeup and your freckles and stuff through it, and that's what I like about it. But it just gives me what I need. This brush is mad. And it blends like a dream. I don't know if you can tell. See, you can see it's just so lightweight and lovely. And it smells so good. Put this back in its little thingy bob. Okay then, so for concealer, I am wanting to use up this one. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Longwear Crease Proof in C4. See, I told you this would be a long video. Now, I know this is pinky toned, but I quite like that because to me it helps with a bit of the dark circles as well. So, I just don't like the packaging as well. It's just so chunky. So I'll have a wee bit of it. And I'm going to use this little setting brush by Real Techniques and just put it underneath there, and then I'll go in with my finger just to pat it all out. I'm going to have to do some makeup brush cleaning. First of the year. Okay, so I was going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder, but I really want to try my new Morphe palette. So in here we have got this sheet with the names on it, which aren't there, but you have a brightener, 2 bronzers, a contour, which looks more like a bronzer, 2 blushes and 2 highlights. I'm going to use this brightening powder to put under my eyes. I really wanted this for the longest time. I was so chuffed when I got it. With the lockdown and stuff, you know, at the very beginning, how a lot of shops closed. Well, our Debenhams here closed, and it's the only kind of big department kind of store that we had, which is such a shame. Let's see, that looks really nice and it's not cakey. Let's put this here just now. So I didn't realise until another makeup artist, I'm just going to take 24/7 Glide On by Urban Decay, and this is in Hustle, had put on their Instagram that Boots had taken over a hell of a lot of the counters from there, and even new ones. So they've got like Morphe and It Cosmetics, Drunk Elephant, just loads, Lime Crime, Huda Beauty, just tons. I swear to you, see, if I was working and I had the money, I'd probably go nuts. So it's probably just as well I don't. And then I'm still using the Maybelline Sky High Mascara because I love it and it's perfectly fine still to use. No one's shouting and bawling it today. It's unusual. Lovely. God's sake, I'm at 24 and I haven't even done the rest of my face. Bet you wish I could edit. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the bronzer, and I think I'm going to take this one here rather than the first light one, just to try it out. So let me get, I like to get a big brush when it comes to bronzer and just thing me on in there. I think I need to get one of those panel lights, you know, so that I don't know. It's just annoying. This looks a nice bronze. The contour is definitely not a contour shade though, that I will say, because is contour not supposed to be like a grey sort of thing? Let me see. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then I'm going to use one of the blushes from in here. They are called Boss and Free, and I'm going to use the peachy toned one because you know I love a peachy toned blush. So let me just get a wee brush here, and we're going to dip into that. Whoa, she is pigmented. Oh, that's nice. I love a peachy blush. It's my favourite. I also think a peach blush is great with greeny sort of tones, like if you've got the green eyes going on. Let's take a bit over the nose as well. Oh, gorgeous. And then for highlight, they are called Fetish, which is the pink one, and Gold Rouge, which is the gold one. I'll just, oh, I actually don't know if you'll see them. I'll swatch them on my hand view. Yeah, you're not going to see them. I'm going to go into the more goldy one and try that one out and see how it is. It's pretty subtle. I don't know if you're even seeing that. I'm not gonna lie, it is not the most out there highlighter I have ever used. But you can see the glow there on the tip of my nose. It's very subtle. Okay, and now for lips, and then we should be done. For lips, the only new lip product that I have is this Fenty. This is their like slide on gloss or something it's called, and I've got it in the shade Glazed. Let me just take off or dab off. So this is the shade of it. It's very natural. I'll give it a little swatch in my hand for you. It's just very sheer and natural. So I'll pop that on. And I got this for my birthday from my best friend Emily because she gave me vouchers for books, and I went and got this. So it's lovely, and I'm so going to have to get more of them because they're gorgeous. And that's everything. I won't bother keeping you longer for setting spray and stuff, but what do you think? Overall, the eyeshadows aren't bad, but they're definitely not my favourite. So anyway guys, thanks for joining me for my first makeup video of the year. Hopefully you'll come back for more. Bring some new friends with you. Please do subscribe to my channel. If you're watching already and you're not, please hit that subscribe button. Let's get me to 2k and then more. I've been trying to hit 2k since last year and it hasn't happened yet, so let's do that. So please like, share, subscribe, click the bell to be notified, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.